Alright guys, I'm here. I'm just getting ready for the shit show because it had to start. Anyway, I don't know where to start, honestly. This is something new. This is something I would never do. I'm an introvert by all means. One of the things I liked about motocross is I could put on a helmet and I could act like a complete jackass and nobody cared except for my buddies that I was out riding with for the day. And not that they really cared, because honestly it was a clown show, and that's how you ride. Paper, rock, scissors. Who's going to be the gutsy one to take the first jump? I mean, guys, my whole life has been experiences, and that's one of the things you cannot. You're not given that at birth. That's the thing. If you're given that at birth, then what do you have to live for? And then I'm not saying that you don't want to live once you get to a certain age. What I'm trying to say is that life experiences and lessons will teach us to be better people, or it will teach us to be what we see in the world today, more horrible. I mean, geez, oh man, you can't make up the celebrity crap. Lady Gaga, Queen. I mean, I just watched Twisted Sister, and I seen symbology, guys. Everything that we have is in symbology, guys. All of our TV shows, all of our cartoons. I'm a motocrosser. Labels. We wanted labels. We wanted people. You guys don't even remember what 1-800-COLLECT is. Or what's her name? Hewitt. Jennifer Love Hewitt, and how McGrath didn't really care for her. Yeah, guys, you can't. Life experiences. Like, you guys didn't grow up in that time. You guys grew up with TikTok and YouTube. But here we are, guys. We're living in a society that people. You guys go to restaurants to really honestly take a look. Stop looking at your phone and take a look for 5 minutes and look around the restaurant. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. I can tweet all day long. I can make videos all day long. I could become an expert. I could become the next digital asset investor. Or there's a couple of them. There's Majestic 12, like that guy is super intelligent. Or John Gold or something. Anyway, captured the flag for the United States. I mean, there's hanging chits. I mean, there's so much of this information, guys. Like, I could spend hours talking to somebody. I really could, but I don't know if it'll get anywhere, because the people that would actually know who I'm talking about or what I'm talking about will want me dead, because I'm somebody that knows something that I shouldn't know. And guys, life experiences is the only way I figured this out, guys. I have about 5 to 6 Twitter accounts. I just keep making them. And Bubba Cuggs taught me that if you, that's the thing. He teaches you that if he doesn't agree with you, he just blocks you. I mean, like, so that's like hanging up with somebody on the phone, man. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. And I wanted you guys to see that I'm a real person. I'm not hiding. The reason why I'm using a low definition cam is because, like I said, I've seen some weird stuff with the net going on lately. I mean, some weird stuff that, it acts like it almost has like a mind of its own. But hey, what do I know? I'm just some dumb electrician that used to install security electronics cameras. And I watched the development of cameras. Oh yeah, guys, they can track everything. Say something as simple as a lighter moving from hand to hand will be tracked. Oh yeah, they have that technology. Facial recognition, every little thing you want to talk about, they have it, guys. And if you don't think so, here's the deal, guys. They've already developed it. They're already using it. And when it becomes cheap enough for us to manufacture it, and plus they've developed technology far superior than what they're giving us, then it gets released to us. Yeah, I mean, think about it, guys. Technology of computers. When I was a kid, I used to play that trail, the Oregon Trail. Oregon Trail. I loved that game. It was the stupidest game ever now if you guys played it, but I loved that game when I was a kid. You couldn't make that game any cooler. I mean, you got to hunt for your food, you got to drive on the Oregon Trail. Like I said, I love history, guys. I love history. I mean, that game was the coolest game when I was like 5 years old or something like that. I mean, it was one of my youngest memories. We didn't even have that many computers. There was only like 3 or something like that, and you had to like write your name down on the list. And because my situation is what I grew up was a totally not one of the favored kids, shall we say. Yeah, you know what? I've dealt with discrimination. We've all dealt with it, guys. I mean, grow up. I mean, yeah, some of it's really bad, and yeah, we need to take a stand together for it. Do you think women and the Muslims are being treated fairly. I mean, come on, guys. I watched September 11th happen. Before then, Russia was fighting Afghanistan, and the Afghanistan people were the greatest people in the world. And then all of a sudden, they fly some buildings into, or they fly some planes into buildings that are actually designed to take that. Yeah, go look at my Twitter page, guys. I've done all the research for you. I have many handles. I'm going to leave all of it so that way. And the reason why I did so many different pages is because everybody is so different. Like, everybody has different ideas, different beliefs, different thinking. Look, I'm just an odd duck, man. I beat to my own drum, and you know what? I have to. I'm willing to sacrifice my who I am because I'm an introvert, and plus I don't want any attention. You know, I've screwed up my life too. I've made some bad decisions, just like everybody has. That's why everybody that I've ever had a problem with, I'm telling you right now, I would just like to shake your hand and tell you you're my brother. Because what I figured out is we're all being slaughtered like dogs. Yeah, who let the dogs out? Man, you can't make this stuff up. And I'm going to show you 31, and I'm going to show you guys how to look up history, how to make this connection of what is actually being presented to you. I thought about it many times. I thought about, okay, well, what if I did them all by the years that they built them, that there's no documentation or whatever, they just magically, boom, pop up or whatever, or infrastructure, telephone. Here's the deal, guys. I can talk to tradesmen all day long and they'll tell you, but here's the deal. When you become like a superintendent, or you become like a ruler, or you start thinking like a god when you're playing those little games, the little farm games or whatever else, where it's kind of like the Oregon Trail, you build up, build up, build up. Well, guess what, guys? You're the living experiment. Yeah, you ever watch Stargate? Yeah, when Shepard and McKay got into this room, and they basically were playing gods on these computers because these computers generated this idea and this image of two separate worlds, and it was crazy. And the thing was is they didn't know that they were actually playing with real lives till they figured it out. And then they tried to fix it, and they couldn't fucking fix it because it was just a fucking mess. Because once somebody has an idea in their head or an ideology or something like that, it takes forever to break it. I'm going to tell you how I broke mine. It involves me going to the fucking psych ward 3 times because I was a Jehovah's Witness. Jeez, man, you guys cannot understand what it's like to go against every carnation and teaching that is like ingrained into your fiber because all you want to do is please God. Look, I made some bad choices in my life. I'm not gonna lie. I've done some dumb shit. And I'd keep saying dumb, but I'm running out of breath, and plus you guys are getting sick of me saying dumb. I am the king at doing dumb shit. I am the king at saying dumb shit. But one thing I do with wholeheartedly, one thing that I value most in me is I am so willing to shake your hand after we've argued. Because I'm going to tell you right now, some of the greatest people that I've argued with left and right and just had some nasty fights with, not like physical or anything, but, mentally judo chopping. I have learned so much from them. Even at times when I knew I was wrong and I still wanted to save face and say no, but I'm telling you, when I walked away from that conversation, if you didn't think that I got something out of that, you're totally mistaken. One, it was teaching me how to save face. I mean, like, life lessons, guys. I mean, shit, you don't want to fucking spread your dirty laundry all over the fucking internet, and yet here we are in 2023. Fuck, man. You can't make this stuff up. There's a reason why I stayed off the net and didn't do anything, but here's the deal. COVID happened. I got bored and I seen Austin Steinbart. And then I seen World's Fairs of the 1800s, and being a construction guy, I was like, hey, this is a perfect embezzling scheme. You say you build something, tear it down, and then rebuild it. What if you never even built it? Freemasons, 13 colonies. Yeah, guys, I'm telling you, I've been down all the rabbit holes. XRP. You guys want to know what XRP is? Actually, XRP is Bitcoin 2.0. And you guys don't even realize that that's being used against you. All of this stuff is being used against you guys. All of it. Sorry, I had to take a drink. I've been smoking cigarettes like crazy because I've been so stressed out. Funny story is I went to the psych ward. Didn't smoke before I went there, but hey, they're passing out free cigarettes, so hey, why not give them to the lunatics? And then I was like, well, that's kind of interesting because why would you be passing out free cigarettes? I mean, I mean, aren't you trying to make people healthier and better? Don't cigarettes cause cancer? Well, anyway, that just made me think some more. And some more, and some more. So here's the deal, guys. Once I get hooked on something, yeah, it might take me 20, 30, 40, or 30 years to figure out if somebody's telling me the truth or not. But I'm telling you, I will sit and mull over that. And I'll tell you why I know when somebody's lying to me. I had one of the greatest teachers when I was a kid. It was one of my best friends, but man, I got so tired of him lying. I mean, it was just like lie after lie after lie. And I hate to throw the guy under the bus, but Jesus, man, I never seen anyone be as much of a pathological liar as that kid. And you know what? I wasn't a good friend. I should have told him. I should have stood up and said, hey, look, man, I know you're lying. But here's the thing, guys. None of us like confrontation. None of us want to get ugly. None of us want to do it because I'm telling you, every time that I've had to do it, I get so nervous I start shaking worse. Well, here's the deal. I got dystonia. It's a neurological disorder. Anytime that I've been put in a situation where, like, I have to, like, you guys have no idea what it was like before I went through my traumatic experience and what it's like for me now. People that knew me before, I couldn't speak very clearly. I would stumble at words. I would say stuff backwards. I'd be thinking about 8 things at once, trying to control my pain, because that's how they teach you with biofeedback. Yeah, guys, I'm a chronic pain patient. I've gone through all of it. I've done all the little mental exercises. I've done everything I can. Acupuncture. Other than being stuck with a bunch of needles in my back, didn't notice a damn thing. In fact, my muscles twitched so much that they were bending the needles. And that doctor persisted that he was going to cure me with acupuncture, which is fine. I gave it a ride for a while, but honestly, in the end, I knew it wasn't going to do anything. Maybe that's my fault, because we always talk about stuff like that. We always talk about how health, music, vibration, sound, all of that can cure us or heal us or something of that nature, and yet we don't. Marijuana, another prime example. Jehovah's Witness. I was on chronic. I've been a chronic pain patient. I've been on opiates for at least 10 years. At least 10 years. And I was taking a heavy dose of it, but I was taking it enough where I could just control my pain. Yeah, my pain got sometimes so unmanageable that I just was a raging bitch. I'm not going to lie. But I'm like, you try to deal with fucking having a knife stuck in the back of your head, and you're trying to think of 8 things at once, trying to, like, talk to you, keep your pain down, not blow up, and try to think clearly. You know what, I honestly thought I was Nebuchadnezzar, and if you read your Bible, you know what I'm talking about. 7 years that guy walked around on his hands and knees. Oh yes, Jehovah's Witness, studied the Bible. Very long time. And I loved it, honestly. I didn't read it thoroughly through, like, every page, because, I mean, it is kind of cool with the Bible, is they have little fucking numbers that you can start chasing stuff down with, and then that way you don't have to read the entire Bible to know exactly what it's saying. You can just cross-reference. And what's crazy is if you go to Revelation and Genesis, both of them have the scripture about the serpent being killed. Now, do I know that that's absolutely the truth of the story? I don't know. Everything in my history I think is a lie now, because now here's the crazy part. I always wondered why the Bible said in the beginning was when the Nephilim come down and they were having sex with the women. And I'm like, well, why would God do that? Why would God put that into their hearts to allow that? I mean, we're talking about God the Creator. He obviously... Look, guys, when you build something, you know exactly what it's going to do. Well, that's not exactly true. You know what it's going to after do. You know what it's going to do after you do a trial and error. Oh yeah, trial and error, man. I mean, we're talking blow shit up, sacrifice stuff to the metal god. Oh yes, I'm a gearhead, guys. I'm a fucking gearhead like you would not believe. I love fucking metal. And here's the deal, guys. When I was born in 1975. And I lucked out. I got a 1975 HIGHBOY that had like 39,000 miles on it. And man, I think I paid like $4,000 or $5,000 for it. I can't remember, but I know I didn't pay over $5,000. It was the luckiest thing I'd ever come across. I was so excited to have that truck because it just had surface rust. It was a California truck. And what I mean by that is California has like sometimes the best air, or not the best air, obviously, because we've allowed people to be idiots with resources. I mean, that's basically what we do. I mean, We allow people that are completely incompetent, that have no fucking idea how to do anything. And I'll tell you why I know this is because I was an electrician and I went to Washington State to be an electrician for a while. Went there twice. It was actually a great experience. The first time was really good. The second time was good. I was with my wife. I got to share it. But here's the problem. My mom was dying of cancer. And I knew she was dying. And there was nothing I could do. And I knew that she had finally gotten her biohazard death tag on her toe. And there was not a damn fucking thing I could do about it. But then you go and you look at all this research and everything else. And here's the thing. The doctors wanted to try some new medication that they never tried before. My mom was going to be their guinea pig. And I'm like, what about like chemotherapy? I mean, from what I'm understanding, you guys are saying that's will work. Well, here's the deal, guys. Like, you start doing research into like holistic or medicines or whatever. I'm telling you, I went on a ketamine trip like you would not believe. Do I think it could help people with post-traumatic stress? Absolutely. Because for the first time in my life, I don't fucking care to let anyone know that my father did some weird shit to me when I was a kid. I'm telling you right now, I don't know exactly what he did. I chose to fucking block that out, and I will choose to keep blocking that fucking out. I get it, man. You fucking go through something like that. Yeah, deal with it, and then you don't want to talk about it anymore. Because that's all you talk about. That's all it reminds you of. So that's the train of thought. Here's the deal. Satan, system. He keeps you enslaved into fear and panic. Born into an age of panic. Yeah. Censor. I mean, God, guys, I'm a motocrosser. I've been to Sturgis during the 50th anniversary. I've seen things that I probably shouldn't have seen. And yeah, it kind of mentally messed me up. I probably shouldn't have seen that. When I was 15 years old, or whenever the thing was, I think I was 15. Yeah, it'd been the 90s, so I'd been 15. Or no, yeah, it'd been 15. Was it the 90th? Anyway, I'll have to go look it up. I don't remember right now. Anyway, I seen this. Me and my best friend, that was the liar, and I love the guy to death, man. He taught me so much about mechanics. His dad did. They taught me about metal, and forever and a day will I be grateful for them, for the knowledge and what they've given to me. You know, I don't talk to them anymore. Mostly it's because of my beliefs and, you know, just this life, man. Life happens. You develop relationships, you grow, and you either stay with that person or you move on. Shit, I wish I was this person I wish I would have been this guy for me when I was like 3. Because if I'd have been this guy for me when I was 3, my whole life would have been different. One, I probably would have had a different outlook. I don't know if I would have, you know what, I probably would have searched for religion. I don't know if I would have ever taken it, you know, because you don't know. I mean, that's the thing. When I was a kid, or actually when I was in high school, pagers were a cool thing. Yeah, if you had a pager, you were the coolest kid in the whole school. Because that's how valuable and that's how rare they were. You know, but nowadays, you guys look at a pager as the most stupid, archaic thing that you could possibly imagine. Well, here's the deal, guys. We didn't have cell phones, so you got a page. You had to roll up to a telephone booth. They used to be all over the place. Now they're gone. AT&T, Mountain Bell, governments, cut up, divide, companies. It's really crazy because where I'm come from, CF&I was another company. Then smelting plants, those were all cut up and divided and reestablished. Well, here's the deal. We start looking through history. You've had many recessions before the boom of 1880. Somehow in Pueblo, Colorado, in the middle of nowhere, they built one of the largest CF&I smelting plants. Yep, I'm going to watch the video with you guys, and I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to show you the links. I'm going to show you what I did, how I figured this out. We're going to use Google Pro, and I'm also going to teach you how to read the language of the gods. We're going to use Wikipedia. We're going to use all of it that they've used against us. We're going to turn it back on them, and you guys will be given the tools in order to put up a fight. It's up to you, America. I gave up everything. Honestly, I gave up my job. I used to work as an electronics 3 specialist for the Department of Corrections. I had a really good paying job. Here's the deal, guys. When you guys go into that cesspool where the criminals are actually better than the ones that are supervising them, and you deal with that day in day. Now, I'm not saying that all of it's bad, but I'm saying what you have is you have a cesspool of like evil, and it's feeding off of one another. And not only that, in order to work in that environment, you have to have a certain mentality because you're working with human beings. You want to trust them. You want to believe them. I've really wanted to believe some of the inmates when they told me their stories, but when they would tell me some weird ones or they started giving me weird vibes, well, of course, I'd go look it up. And then what they were telling me and what they were in for were two different things. Now, I don't know if that was to save face with, other inmates, because I know how the system works. There's a pod boss. Oh, yes, there is, guys. If you don't think there is, you guys watch all this shit all the time. Why haven't you guys put all these pieces together and realized, like I have, that something is wrong? At least something is wrong. Because I know the Jehovah's Witness and the Mormons come knock on your doors every day. I see everyone posting, pictures of, their faith, or that they post pictures of that they have faith, or they're believing in faith. And I'm not saying I'm not bagging on them, because here's one of the deals. This is how I really questioned the Jehovah's Witness too, before I had any knowledge of the Illuminati. How Russell T. Ford, or Russell Ford, or whatever his name was obsessed with pyramids, a one-seeing eye. Yeah, guys, it gets really crazy when you start ripping history apart and start realizing how these guys are connected. All wealthy, all come from families. Commonwealth, you should look that up. Pennsylvania or Philadelphia. Eagles, something of that nature. Oh yeah, guys, I've been down all the rabbit holes. I've gone down every rabbit hole you can imagine. Me and God have had some serious talks, and I'm talking some serious talks. Because here's the deal, guys. When I'm talking to God, and this is how I view it, is I go over and I ask Him repeatedly, and then not only... And here's the deal, guys. You can't ask God the same question over and over and over again. I mean, you can to a sense, but ask in different ways. Think of different ways to ask God. And here's the deal. It's because I studied the Bible so much and I loved it. And I loved learning about Jesus. I mean, He was such a role model for me because I didn't have a dad. Here you go. If you didn't have a dad growing up, perfect role model, go find Christ. Man, you can't make up a better role model. I mean, Jesus, He's the most famous person in the world. I mean, He really is, other than some God or entity or being that is almighty and superior. But I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care where you go. Noah and Jesus and Moses, Daniel, David. I mean, these are all people that have lived during the Bible times, because you can find statues, you can find buildings of this. How long has this been going on? I don't know. All I know is when I kind of basically came from my awakening or my clarity, or basically my faculties becoming more and more clear. Is it because of the dystonia? I don't know, because I did try some different treatments and I was able to come off the opiates. Now here's the deal. Yin and yang, guys, you gotta give and take. I am smoking so much weed right now, it is killing my lungs, just to maintain enough where I'm comfortable to talk and not sit here and squirm. I still use opiates here and there for pain control. I mean, you can't, chronic pain people, you have no idea what it's like to be a chronic pain patient. First thing out of the gate is automatically you're a drug addict. And I'll tell you, I've seen so many damn doctors over my condition. I'm telling you right out of the gate, you're going to get hit or miss. And here's the thing, you got to dress up like you're really nice, like you have really fancy clothes, and like everything is good. And then you go see the doctor and you pretend like you're okay, you're just in a lot of pain. And hopefully to God, you pray like nobody's business. Trust me, 2017 was a horrid year for chronic pain patients. I was one of them. I almost blew my brains out in the doctor's office. Oh yeah, it was that bad. I sat in my office at the time because I was working graveyards at DOC, and I literally cried my eyes out for 2 days to 3 days straight because I was in so much goddamn pain. And here's the deal. Immediately, he stripped me of my medication right out of the gate because he wanted to go in and perform surgery. Once again, this is how the system works. They don't care to heal you. They just want to keep you in the system as a patient. Okay? Shunt means to close something. If you don't cure somebody, they're indebted to you for life. I'm telling you right now, like, it is such... I was so glad when I finally was able to stay off opiates for like 3 months. I didn't have a leash. I didn't have to worry about my medication coming in. I didn't have to worry about the insurance. I didn't have to worry... Well, my doctor was super... She's been so super cool. And I've told her several times, I'm like, you've saved my life from suicide. You guys don't think I'm a suicide patient? I'm going to tell you right now, go look up cervical dystonia. 30% of people that have cervical dystonia, yep, oh yeah, they fucking want to blow their brains out. Yep, because it's that fucking painful. Trust me, my wife has seen me just come home and lay down and not do anything. And then I can't even, because my skin feels like it's on fire, I can't even have my damn dog touch me. And you're talking about a mini Australian Shepherd? Holy crap, that dog's got more energy than I don't even know what to do with. I mean, you couldn't run that dog to death. Well, I mean, she'll run to death. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry, I had to go get something to eat. Here's the deal, guys. I'm a workaholic. I know this. This thing has been driving me up the wall for 6 months minimum. And I don't know what else to do. I've done everything I can. I've talked to people, I've called people, I've messaged people, I've tried to make videos. I mean, Jesus, man, when you're trying to make a video and you're trying to explain something, think of something, and then all you see is a timer running, it's pretty hard. Right? And then plus when you're fighting technology, guys, geez, oh man, I fought technology so much, I hate that stuff. The reason why I hate it so much is it doesn't want to talk to each other. And it's like either they're purposely doing it so stuff doesn't talk and people have to figure it out, or they can't make it work yet and you're just the slaves building the Skynet. Yeah, it's crazy when you actually really think about things, guys. When you think about Windows, where it comes from. And trust me, I went down the Jehovah's Witness cartoons. That's what made me realize that they're just as guilty as anybody else in this, whatever ring you want to call it. I mean, touchy-feely, whatever. I went through it. I'm scared to death to even fucking just say what I just said, because this is what gets people killed. This is Babylonian blood. Oh yeah, guys, I've read the Bible thoroughly been through the Bible. I would love for somebody with some accurate Bible knowledge and a Jehovah's Witness and a couple other people, sit down, we'll do Basics 101, because I'm going to tell you right now, 2 laws Jesus said. He said, look, and he said the whole Bible, all the prophets, everything, the whole thing, and everyone misses this the most. Everybody misses this. Hold on, I got to drink my dinner, because I don't eat, I just stay focused on what I'm doing until I figure out what it is. And guess what? And once I figured it out, now I was trying to find an answer of how to present it to the world. So, yeah, that's where we're at. I'm at ground zero, and I don't know what to do, and I'm just making videos. And I'm trying to tell you guys, like, hey, I'm going to lead you guys down these rabbit holes, but you guys got to do the work, man. I've done so much work, and I've opened up doors. I have 6 Twitter pages or whatever, and I've opened up so many doors, and yeah, a few people that know it, they know not to go look down it, but other people are like, oh no, that shit doesn't really exist, there's no way that they would do that, that's crazy that they would hide that from the entire world population. Okay, well then go look up child labor laws in the 1850s. Why did we have child labor law? I thought we were building these massive cities and stuff, and yet we had unexperienced, unsafe children working in these factories, and they had to put. And then where did all these children come from? Where are their parents? Did something happen to their parents? I mean, this is the 1850s. I mean, did something happen to their parents? And I heard a rumor in Gunnison, if you weren't wearing a mask in the pandemic of 1918, that you weren't coming in there. So I'm just saying, guys, look up stuff, man. Believe that you possibly, I don't know how many times I've seen the Matrix, Neil, take the red pill. I thought I'd taken the red pill. Yeah, on certain things, but I never took the full thing. Holy cow, you want to talk about taking an animal up the ass with that thing. Oh yeah, there's so many damn jokes. This is pure faith, guys. And whoever's helping me out, I know it is the creator of all things. And whoever they are, I don't know them by name, I just know what was written down in the Bible. Like the Bible says, everything was written aforetime. I'll tell you guys right now, Jesus and Satan both agreed upon what was written in the Bible. You want to look it up, it's in Matthew. Read through it thoroughly, because both of them are going to say, it is written. So somebody's tampered with the Bible. God knew somebody was going to play with it. So that's why he put it in the laws like, hey, if you mess with this, well, good luck, because I really have some really bad, you made some really poor decisions. Because this was supposed to help out the lowly, the weak, the children. That's what Jesus went after. He went after the prostitutes, the tax collectors, the unwanteds, the undesirables. That's who he went after. And I'm going to tell you right now, when you find these people, they are genuine human beings, because they've been stripped of all identity, labels. They're just genuine people, and they're good-hearted people, and they will do whatever they can because they have that in them. I've seen it, guys. I've seen it after 9/11. as one of Jehovah's Witnesses after day after 9/11, because I had to go to work the next day. Actually, I showed up to my job the first day on 9/11. Yeah, that's kind of the shit shows I've always dealt with. Oh yeah, I watched the whole thing, first day at work. Couldn't even make that up if you wanted to. Okay, sorry about that. I had to get something to drink and eat because that's the easiest way. If I actually eat right now, I'll be so sick. I know this is gonna sound stupid, but I've been smoking so many cigarettes because I've been so stressed out over this. Like I said, I have no idea how to present this, what to do with it. So like I said, I'm just going to kind of post these videos this week or this day, Saturday or whatever. I'm going to release what I can and keep going and telling you guys and explaining who I am, why I think the way I do, why I've reasoned what I've reasoned. Because I want you guys to know me before you see me. Because as soon as you see me, you are going to judge me. That's always what happens. At least now you just get to listen to some dumbass ramble on the fucking internet and go, God, my life is so much better than his today. I can't imagine living that shit show. Oh yeah, guys, when I fucking tell you the shit show I've lived, you guys are going to be like, man, how the fuck did you not commit suicide? Honestly, faith in God. That's the only thing that always kept me driving forward. I knew that if I, regardless, I knew I was an idiot and I was going to make stupid, especially with something like sex. Holy cow, that's a natural desire, and you're wanting to bottle up an 18-year-old kid, both male and female, and then tell it, hey, you can't touch yourself or you can't touch other things, and it's like, yeah, that's when they're in the prime of horniness. I'm like, so why would God put that burden upon his creation? So then, like I said, I've gone to God and I went toe to toe with him. Actually, when I first figured out all this, what I thought was what I thought, oh man, I went and I screamed and yelled and cussed and was vividly pissed about God. Well, not about God, but about the whole situation. Let me clarify, words mean things, the way you say things, how you say them. Absolutely, people will take it a certain way. That's why I'd be scared to death to be a public speaker, because knowing my dumb ass, I'm going to say something stupid. I know for a fact I will say the dumbest shit ever on national TV in front of the entire world to fucking be looking at and going, God, thank God I am not having a day like this dumbass. Yeah, guys, that we all go through it. There's not one of us that is not scathed from any of this. Jeez, man, when you guys figure out we've all been skinned and thrown around like sheep, you'll really realize just how much we're the same. And you're going to find out, like through history, they started racism all the way back in the 16, 17, 1800s in America. Look, I know what I know. I know I'm an electrician. I know that I'm a mechanic, gearhead, metal, loving kind of guy. I also know that I'm pretty good at building construction. I understand how buildings, I understand blueprints, I understand, other trades. So that way when they put their stuff in, will my stuff fit? Will it work? Do I have to re-rip it out? Oh yeah, guys, when you're building massive buildings and you're working with multiple trades, you got to think about all that shit. And then the submittals. Here's the deal. Submittals are what they basically write the contract on, and I could be mistaken on this, and that's what I was hoping that maybe I am. So that way somebody can call me out on it, and then we'll have a discussion about it, and then you'll show me your truth, and then I'll look at my truth, and then when I use critical thinking, you don't have to, but when I use critical thinking, I will thank you for the information you gave me. Either we'll agree or disagree and move on with our lives. And man, I'll shake your hand for giving me the opportunity to have that discussion with you, to see what you see that I don't see. Oh yeah, worlds within worlds, guys. You can't make any of this fucking shit show up. I'm telling you right now, I am wearing a red suit because I feel like I am going to get cut. And then not only that, I'm wearing the brown pants to go with it. So that way when I'm bleeding and shitting myself, I'll be a matching set. Fuck, I might as well just be the Joker and just put on every fucking color I can just to fucking match whatever fucking shit show I'm going to be thrown into. Jesus, man, you know what, here's the deal, guys. As one of Jehovah's Witnesses, I watched Trump become your president. And I'm telling you, your president, because I was on the sidelines as one of Jehovah's Witnesses, waiting for the end of the system to come. Yes, guys, 2 years I haven't had a single one of my friend Jehovah's Witnesses really come to check on me. Yeah, I heard one of them, but he didn't really do anything. So, but it doesn't really matter. You know, if they came to my house today, I would shake them. I'd shake their hand, give them a big hug, and I'd be like, hey, brothers, this is what I found out. Yes, I am using marijuana. Yes, I have a medical condition. Yes, before I even started on this journey to get off the opiates, I called an elder crying, telling him I was going on marijuana. I knew the witness's viewpoint of it. But here's the thing, I'm a chronic pain patient. What's the difference of me taking heavy doses of Vicodin or Percocet or Oxys? I found that out later as a chronic pain patient, why we had such a war on it. It's like doctors are giving fucking, you know, Vicodin and Percocet or Oxycontin for a fucking sprained ankle. Jesus, no wonder why you guys got all these people hooked on it. Yep. You guys have no idea how bad this system's been turned on you. And they know for a fact there's going to be chronic pain patient. Oh yeah, why'd they ban cocaine back in the 1800s when they were feeding the black slaves full of cocaine and then working them 18 hours a day, and then all of a sudden put the propaganda up that they were raping white women because of the cocaine. But everybody was doing the cocaine to get the most work out of men. Yeah, guys, it's a sick, 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 twisted game that these guys have played on you. Like I said, I can babble for hours. I can go on, and I'm hoping that someone will challenge me. I fucking have reached out to Bubba Cog several times. Hey, fucker, I want to talk. I want to call out every fucking buddy on this shit show. I have fucking proof. And nobody's bitten on me. Nobody's called. Nobody's nothing. So here we are. I'm at ground zero. I have no idea what to do with this. So I'm going to try to plow my way through it, bullet like a bowling ball in a shine shop. Just plow through it, break shit, whatever survives, then hey, I guess that's what needed to survive, and the other shit needed to go away. And this is what scares the living heck out of me, guys. Everything that I valued in this world that I thought was wholesome and good, Honda, Alpine Stars, Arai helmets, Honda cars, Ford, Chevy. Yeah, I like Chevy. I had a Chevy Beretta, best car I ever had. I love that car. It's best car drive. It was the best driving car I'd ever had. Really, I love that thing. Also, like I said, you can't life experiences, kids. You guys all think that you guys are driving your mommy's car that is a piece of crap. That's whatever 2005 or 2010. Shoot, you guys have no idea what it was like to drive the really beat up stuff from the 80s because nobody had any money. Yeah, it was that tight back then, guys. I lived it. I remember when generic food, we'd go in the black and white aisle. Oh yeah, I'm that old. I am that flippin' old. So I've been around. I've been before technology, and I've been after technology. And what I mean after is I don't know where this shit is going to go. I have not a clue where this thing is going to go. I could end up dead. I could have put my family and wife my wife and kid in danger, and that's why I wanted to show you guys Blue and my wife. Well, I can't show you my wife because she doesn't want any part of this shit show, and I don't blame her. I really don't. I scared the living hell out of her when I was trying to explain it to her. She thought I was absolutely insane. There was at times I thought I was insane, but I know construction. Like I said, we're doing 101 construction, 101 embezzling. I'm going to go through everything with you. Yeah, it's going to be painful. Yeah, there's going to be lots and lots of hours, but hey, it's educational. Best free fucking education you'll ever get. Yeah, fucking Bubba, you taught me well. Fucking all those fuckers that spent all that money to go to DeVry, or however you say it, and fucking spent whatever, we'll just say $100,000 because we're at what, 1.6 billion in student debt, not taught a damn thing how to survive on your own. The only thing you know is you can look up shit on the internet. Well, what happens when they shut the internet down? Well, guess what? You are screwed, kids, like you wouldn't believe, because none of you guys know how to do anything. I am telling you right now, I have watched it with you millennials. You guys act like you know. Here's the deal. You guys fake it for just that second, and then you guys move on. You guys don't learn anything. You don't pick up anything. Yeah, guys, I've worked with you. I watched a millennial cry his eyes out when they announced Trump was the president. Oh, my God. I thought he was going to, and it was in Seattle. I seriously have never seen an apprentice cry for that. I've seen apprentices cry for other things. I've been an apprentice, and I've cried for things. Oh, trust me. Being an apprentice in electrical, man, That's survival of the fittest. You come out of there with an ass at all, you're doing good. Oh yeah, guys, it's ruthless, man. Construction guys, two things. One, they're ruthless and they love women. I'm telling you what. The hotter the women, they're gonna look. I'm telling you. And you girls dress the part, so you guys know when you're walking by the construction site, you'll get 100 construction guys looking at you. I mean, seriously, guys, you can't make this stuff up. It's like Land of the Retards, and all we do is keep inventing new ways to make fucking clowns out of ourselves. Oh yeah, guys, you are the clowns. You are the clowns of the show. That's how fucking ugly this shit show is. Holy cow! When I figured that out, when I knew what they were doing, so all these little trends that they like to give you guys, it's all for them to laugh and mock you guys. Oh yeah, yeah. When they dress up all stupid and everything, oh yeah, they're mocking you because they know that as soon as they put it on, you're gonna think it's the newest and coolest thing, and you're gonna run out and buy it and spend all your money on that. And then whatever, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever, somewhere down the line, you realize this is the stupidest thing you ever bought, and you throw it in the trash. And hey, guess what? I'm going to tell you right now, our landfills are gold mines of treasure, of information, old newspapers. Oh yeah, that shit survives for a while, so it's wrapped in plastic, hopefully. Like I said, well, when they said past proves future, future proves past. I heard a guy say that that's just one of those, like, oxymorons or whatever. Well, I'm telling you right now, he is the farthest thing from that. I respect the guy for his ideas and his beliefs. Yeah, I mean, if he would have ran into me, like, I don't know, a year ago, 2 years ago, actually, we'll say 3 years ago, I would have just brushed it off like, yeah, it's one of those things, the art of war, jitsu. Yeah, you can't make any of this shit up. It's our history. But yet they've sliced and diced and reworded stuff. Oh yeah, look up your language, confusion of the language. Look where the English language came from. Look where the word fuck came from, guys. It all starts in London. Look where the Lake Havasu Bridge came from. So here's the idea, guys. So back in the late 1800s, the United States was sold this war-torn bridge by London, who they didn't even think they were going to buy it. And then at the end of it, called it the best thing they could have ever done is gotten paid to have one of their war-torn shitty bridges that didn't work really well sent to the United States, the Lake Havasu, to be rebuilt to start falling down in the river. I mean, how does that work? I mean, why would you do that? I mean, like I said, I work government, it's a perfect embezzling scheme. Yes, it is. Well, if you go look at old pictures of the London Bridge, 1700s, and then you go look at Lake Havasu's bridge, they kind of don't look the same, but they do look the same. And then what's really crazy is I've done construction so much, I was like, why would you backfill a bridge in? Oh yeah, look up Lake Havasu, London Bridge, 1967, 68, somewhere around there. And you're going to find that they backfilled a stone bridge. It doesn't show the construction of the bridge, it just shows the backfilling of the bridge and then finishing somewhat of it. And then you go read later stories. Oh yeah, all my Twitter pages are connected. All of this stuff's all over it. All over it. I mean, you could have a heyday. I bet you I got, I don't know, 6,000 tweets, and there's so many jokes in there. Oh yeah. So I'm just going to tell you guys, I think it's my father, and and I honestly believe my mother too, because that makes more sense to me that God would have, his soulmate. And yeah, he wanted a kid, but how do you get a kid first? I mean, like I said, life experiences. I mean, I don't know the relationship. I don't know. All I know is Satan is a liar and everything in this world is a lie. So that's the one thing I do know is two things I have concrete information on. History of what's been written down, photographs, documents. I can prove time and history by markers, buildings, trees being cut down. Oh yeah, the oak tree in 1883 in Pueblo, Colorado on Union Street was cut down. The thing was 29 feet wide, 88 feet high. Pick an axe. How do you think they got that thing down? In 1883, and it's in the middle of the road. 29 feet. Here's the deal, guys. I want you guys to go think about that for a minute. Go measure out 29 feet and then think about digging that tree up. How long do you think it would take you? All you got is axe, shovel, and a pick. I mean, this is before power tools. I mean, I've seen some inventions now where they can just rip a whole root system out, like boom, like that, and transport a tree. So did they have that technology in 1880, 1883, so per se? I mean, Pueblo just barely got the railroad in 1872. I mean, CF&I went up in 1880. I mean, they had 5 smelting plants. Oh yeah, I told you, history, love it, share it, gonna. Oh man, oh daddy is gonna have some fun with history and wording. Oh yeah, because now that my dyslexic fucking ass is cleared, I really see words and I can shred those things apart like they're nothing. Oh, best education ever. Oh, best education ever. It was absolutely free. And yet I was be able to figure out the whole conspiracy thing. Yeah, XRP will moon one day, who knows when, but when you guys figure out XRP and Bitcoin were made on the same IP address with the same computer, I'm going to go with chances are it was probably designed by the same person. And those people met somewhere in Antarctica, I don't know, a year ago or so. Yeah, they're all connected, they all know each other, they all go play golf together. It's like the Democrats and the Republicans. Yeah, you get a few that hate each other or whatever, but you ever look through history? All their parties are together, so that means they must not hate each other that much. Because I'm telling you right now, if I'm going to a party and there's a guy there that or a woman that I just absolutely can't stand, I'd rather stay home. I would absolutely rather stay home, stare at the TV, and have a better night of that than going and just, the possibility of it escalating. I would love to make peace with them. Fuck, I bought a peace pipe just to show that I wanted to make peace with God about His plants, His gifts, and said, look, I'll smoke weed, it'll help me out. And sure enough, I'm telling you right now, as one of a fucking chronic pain patient, as someone that has a neurological disorder, and some of you that are coming off this vaccination or whatever are starting to have these symptoms like I do, it is absolutely miserable, my brothers and sisters. And I just want to give you a hug because I'm telling you right now, you have a brave fight in front of you. You have one of the bravest fights that any of us have. That's before queuing anything. That's your health. That's your money. That's your income. That's your livelihood. That's your family. Why you're miserable and sick, let me tell you, you don't want to do shit. You absolutely don't want to do anything. So here's the deal, guys. I want to sell my 1975 Ford HIGHBOY. Yeah, I've done somewhat of the restoration to it. I want basically what I paid into it, $4,000. I have basically all the parts to build a 428. I have a 428 Super or CJ crank that's original that was taken down, I believe, 10 and 10. I have a 428 crank, or flywheel, everything to build a 428 basically. Carburetor, intake, manifolds, I mean headers, everything to build this truck to make it one of the bitchinest truck. Because I'm going to tell you right now, when I drove this thing around, everybody and their brother asked me to sell it all the time. But here's the deal, it was so attached to me I couldn't let it go. It was fucking metal. It was born the same year I was. And here we are, 40 years or whatever. I think we got the truck in 2013 or whatever with the boat. Anyway, I brought them both back from California, and I just love that truck. Yeah, it was old, and by standards today, everyone would be like, "What a piece of crap," and I'm like, "Man, I'm a gearhead. You fucking give me a rat rod, or you give me a motocross bike, I'll fucking drive a shitty ass Prius just to ride my motocross bike." And anyone that's rode motocross back in the 80s and 90s, oh, in the early 2000s, before like Ricky Carmichael and James Stewart and Showtime came out, when guys were barely making like $200,000 or $300,000 a year. Here's the deal, guys. Motocross is one of the viciousest sports ever. Fucking look at Ken Roxon. This guy's a fucking Wolverine animal. I mean, I watched that guy. His hand, it was so destroyed. Oh, it's gnarly. You go look it up. Go look up Michael Lessie. I've watched all these guys through the years. I've watched what they've done to their bodies. Jesus, man. You guys, you have no idea what it's like to get pitched off a bike at 60 miles an hour and either get slammed into dirt, pavement, yeah, because sometimes you do stupid shit, and then try to pick yourself back up and like have some kind of dignity to it, and then realize that you just wadded your shit. Oh, I fucking wadded my shit up, acting like a jackass in front of my friends. First day of a brand new bike, I think I scratched it. At least I got the first scratch out. But oh yeah, I remember that day. But it was hard sand with the dusting of the sand, so the thing was like ice. But hey, I learned a lesson. Don't hot rod around on hard sand with a dusting.
lesson learned will land on ass. Sometimes you have to learn hard lessons in order to learn simpler ones. So I don't know, guys. You tell me. You tell me what you want. I put this out. I babbled on for almost 50 minutes here. I'll put it together as best I can. My voice is fried. I have been smoking cigarettes like crazy. I've been smoking weed like crazy, and I'm staying up all night. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Because I figure this is something that this doesn't just belong to me. This belongs to the entire world. Once you guys figure this out. And please, I'm hoping like somebody like Bubba Cugs or somebody will call me out and be like, look, show me, explain this. And I'm going to try to do my best as if somebody was until somebody does. So that's where I'll leave it. And leave it at that.